Look where we're at.
Coming to you
The
live.
whole planet is here. It's good to see you guys. We had to leave paradise and come back to reality.
I know, it was so hard to leave Key West.
Yeah, it was pretty relaxing. As long as you weren't riding a bike getting ran over by an electric bike, it was very calm and relaxing.
I miss it. I could definitely stay there. It was starting to get warm there. Summers are not the best
Yeah,
time to be there, in my opinion.
yeah. It's always windy, like 30 mile an hour all the time.
Yeah, it gets pretty
So,
windy there. So it's a nice
right.
breeze.
But we did have a fun trip back. We got to visit a few places, and we're not going to give all the details of all the places because we made videos in all these places. But we did. We ventured up to Miami, and in the Miami area, we visited a couple of her hot spots where she was,
That's not Miami.
well,
No, no.
just north of
That's
Miami.
Broward County and Hollywood and Davie
Right.
and Dania. So don't confuse those two. They're very different.
So where did we go first?
So the first place we went was La Spada Subs, and that's in Davie. And they have the best subs down
Oh,
there.
these subs are so cool. When they make these subs, they slice the meat right there in front of you. Slice it, and then the other guy has your bread prepped with your mayonnaise, your mustard, whatever you want on it. And he's like 10 feet away, and he takes this meat, he packs it down, and he tosses it in the air, and the guy on the other side catches it in the bun and pulls it down, and then you add the rest of your condiments. It's really exciting. I thought it was cool. I was like, "Whoa, what is he doing?" It was like an event.
Yeah, it's a show they put on, and they've been doing it that way forever. I don't care who's working there, if it's new people, older people, you always get the same great service and a
Mhm.
quality sub.
So if you're
So
ever in the area, Las Spadas, hands down, best sub on the planet,
yeah,
the whole planet.
the whole planet.
And then where'd we go for dessert?
Then we went to Jackson's Ice Cream, which is in
Jackson's
Dania
Ice Cream
Beach.
in Dania Beach.
That is the best ice cream.
One location, they've been making ice cream since the 50s. One owner, awesome. Best ice cream. But it's rich. Oh, oh, who's this?
Oh.
I popped up like a mole.
We got moles here.
Sounds good, by the way. Sound and picture looks good.
All right. The mole has told us that we have good sound
Good,
and
good
picture.
audio and good video. That's good.
It's
'Cause-
better than what we're used to.
Yeah, we're using their stage here. We have our laptop set up, but we're having to use our phones because we actually couldn't get the mic and the camera connected to the laptop in time for the live. We've been doing a lot of moving today, which is why I'm not wearing my best duds.
Yeah, we haven't even eaten lunch yet today, so we're running
Yeah.
on fumes. So I feel
Yeah.
so ill prepared.
We've been running and racing. We didn't get connected, I think, until like an hour out.
So
And
we're
we still felt rushed
on the fly.
on the fly.
So I don't have my book of questions and all these other things.
Yeah, so we're relying on you in case you noticed. I went out there and said, okay, what are your questions? Because like we don't have our notes with us.
But yeah, we've gotten so much done this past week. Just coming back from Key West and then stopping in a few places.
hmm Oh, another place
So-
we went, speaking of places, after Jackson's, we had to make our way back down to Miami
Yes, that was in Miami.
to the Braves game in Miami, watching them play the Marlins. It was neat. The stadium was neat. We got a lot of good pictures.
And that's
Um,
Brett's first major league
That's
game.
the first Major League Baseball team I've ever seen play live. So I've always followed the Braves, but if you know anything about the Braves team at all, know that they are a big ticket draw. For a home game in Atlanta, you're talking about traffic 3 hours out from Atlanta, getting to the stadium, parking. You have to leave like the day before. I don't even think you can get there the same day and get parking and get in and find your seat before the game would start. It's
Yeah,
just
Atlanta-
that ridiculous.
Atlanta is a bit
It's
hectic.
it's a bit hectic. The traffic is out of this world. Even if you try to go around it, you're still going to get some of it.
I mean, Miami has a lot of traffic too, but it was much better.
Miami's more built up. It's really not that spread out.
So it was a really great experience. Brett enjoyed the game. The
Well, I love the game.
weather was perfect, beautiful breeze.
Yeah.
It's a nice open stadium. You got the planes flying over, and all the people around us were in great spirits. We met a lot of nice people there.
Most of them were Marlins fans, but we expected that.
Yep. There was a good amount of
They were
Braves
nice,
fans.
but there was more Braves fans there, I think, than anything. But we
Yeah.
had a lot of Marlins fans around us.
So it was a lot of fun. And then when we left there, we headed back down Alligator Alley
Yep.
and started making our way back up here.
Yep.
So it's been a week. So we're a little tired from the week, but
Yeah. We
It's all good.
We did some boondock sleeping in a parking lot in Walmart down in
Wally World.
what was the name of the town?
It was near Naples.
Naples.
I'm not sure exactly.
On the outskirts of Naples.
Yeah.
We hit a nice hoity-toity Walmart. Looked safe. Thanks for the 5.
Yeah, we don't have our little
we don't have our
clucker.
we don't have our clackers with us right now. We're so unprepared, but thank you.
It's sunny in the North Pole.
Ah,
That's nice. 55 and sunny
yeah. Where's that? North Pole.
in the North Pole.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
See, what's great, you can even read.
Oh
And
yeah,
you can
that's
click
right.
on it. It's great using our laptop. This is the first time we're getting to use the laptop to be able to look at the chat. So
Yeah,
it makes it a lot easier to read the chats and you can scroll back through.
Oh yeah, it does. It's a
So,
lot easier to see
Yeah.
stuff.
So we're looking to improve. So when
Yeah.
someone sends a super chat, we can go back
You
and
can
see
catch it because we really hate it when it goes off the screen. It's like, man, who was that? We missed it.
Yeah, on
It's
the phone it
terrible.
goes really, really fast. It does on the computer too, but you have a little bit more control. So as
Right.
we're doing this more, we're learning a lot, and we thank everybody for
Mhm.
their patience. And I know in the past some people got a little upset because we missed their super chats, and we apologize for that, but we're
Right.
always
Yeah,
improving.
it wasn't intentional. I assure you.
So I didn't even brush my hair today. I haven't even had time for that.
It's all over the place. But hey,
So
we made it. We are here. We made it. We
yeah,
got a
it's
couple
been
of cool things. We ordered this before we left, and look, we came back. How many of y'all know what this is for or what this is?
that means we got to start planning.
You either right away know or you right away don't know. You're not gonna guess it.
Yeah, it's for our trip to Alaska. We got a plan, and this is the Bible.
This is the Bible for traveling to Alaska.
That's
It
the
literally gives you
milepost.
every mile along the way and any significant events. They got pull-out maps in here. These things are great. They're worth every penny.
So that was an exciting thing to come back to. We had a few mail items waiting for us. So now we got to get busy and plan because pretty soon we're going to be driving off for the big trip.
Yep, there's a mileage chart. Comes in handy for planning ahead of time.
That's going to be so much fun. I can't wait for the adventure.
But this is the map. This won't be the one we use to drive with, but this certainly puts everything in perspective.
Are
Just
you-
to see how far it is.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
Thank
Let's
you,
see. Did
Michelle.
anyone find out which council member could not make the meeting last month? Actually, I haven't been able to talk to anybody yet to find out. We just got here, so we will be finding out and asking questions. We will be attending the meeting.
This is the geographic map from lower British Columbia at the lower 48 border all the way up to Alaska.
I hope you don't have that spread out while we're driving like
No, it's
that.
not the driving map. But this is a cool map to do your planning with. I just wanted to show that map because this map's almost worth the price of the book.
So Brett will have fun with that map. But yeah, we can't wait for that adventure to start. We got to plan it out. We have lots of planning to do.
These are the maps that they have in there. Like you can really break down every mile along the trip. And then it continues on the next page and you keep going. Pretty neat book.
He's very excited.
Very excited.
The next town hall meeting is Tuesday,
Tuesday.
and we are going to be there for that.
Mm-hmm.
They did just hang the agenda. Let's see what's on the agenda. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll get it ready for you.
All right. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing everybody. I haven't seen Belinda in a while, so it'll be nice to see her and Zim and everybody we've missed. It's always fun getting to see your friends. So they did hang the agenda, and let's see what's on the agenda. New business is swearing in the new council members.
Yep.
which that is something to look forward to. I'm very excited
Yes.
for the town. I hope that they continue to grow and thrive with the new council.
There should be 4 seats getting filled. There's no election. They don't have to put it off till May like they did last year with you. And I don't think they actually got you into the seat until June.
And they want to know, will you be going live?
Yes, we're here. We'll film it. We'll be here live, and we'll probably be live 30 minutes prior to the meeting in case there's any outside drama, which there always is.
I'm so excited for the new members to get sworn in. So I'm sure there'll probably be shenanigans from the usual suspects.
Do you think LP and JC will show up to the meeting? I don't think so. I think they pushed the envelope a little hard last time they came to the meeting and got in a little trouble for that.
I guess that depends who's fluffing them up.
Yeah, I guess who's giving, where they getting their advice and whether they should go there or not.
I mean, then they're also going to be talking about the community center. That's on the agenda. I won't bring my annoying mic to
I see
the town
one.
hall.
I see 2 mics sitting over there with fluffies on them.
I promise
touch.
y'all I won't bring them. So they'll be talking about the community center. I think they still have to talk about the price because I don't know if the pricing changed on it. I don't know what else at that point they had to talk about still.
Because they made it sound like you had to hurry up and decide that there was a time.
Yeah, he sounded like he needed to know in a week,
And now
but
it's
it's been
like
quite
4
a while.
months later and nothing.
But I
So,
think prices may have changed. The engineers may have changed. I don't know. We'll have to see
Yeah.
what that's about. And then they're also going to be talking Resolution 2024-01, adopting the statewide mutual aid agreement with emergency management. And that's just going to be a routine resolution that they always have to do. And that's between the emergency management has to do that with all the different towns and cities. So that's nothing. It's just routine. And what else? Selecting a contact person for the memorandum of agreement, State of Florida Department of Commerce. So I guess they'll be selecting one of the board members for that. Old business doesn't have anything under that. Then they'll be doing the department reports, the administration, the maintenance and water. So it looks pretty routine outside of that, just the regular announcements about the Wakasasa meetings.
Now keep in mind they have to get to that point. So when the meeting first starts, Russell's still on the board. Don is on the board anyway. But the others, there's still just 3 people. Thanks, Tickled Pink.
Do you think that Don the Con will still be doing Russ the Suss's dirty business?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, I
Mhm.
do.
As long as he's alive and in town, he's still pulling the strings on some of those people,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
I don't understand any of it.
So what I was saying, here's the important part to know about the meeting and the process. When the meeting starts, there'll still be just the 3 members having a quorum. The 3 will still be there. They have to get to that part of the meeting
Before they can swear them in?
to swear them in before the rest of that stuff can kind of happen. So in other words, when the meeting starts, the new members are not just automatically in those seats yet. You have to get to the new business and then get them sworn in. So there could be some shenanigans.
So potentially, if they showed up, then they could walk out again and
Yeah, they
the
could.
meeting would get
They
canceled.
could walk out before those members get seated, and then the meeting would have to be canceled. I mean, you wouldn't have a quorum.
I don't know what they'll do at that point. If
And then
they would
I think what would
reschedule
have
it.
to happen then, Zim would have to call a special meeting. You know, it could be in a week, could be 2 weeks. It'd be another interim meeting before the next meeting.
And this is just our speculation.
Yeah, this is just speculation. So I'm just
I don't know
walking.
how anyone's going to handle anything that comes across their table there.
I'm just walking the dog here. So when the meeting starts, it'll be with those 3 people, just like normal. They'll do the pledge. They'll do roll call. They'll do, administrative announcements maybe, and then they have don't they have open, well, they used to do two, you used to do two public
Comments?
comments.
Yeah, I did.
But I don't know if that's on the agenda.
Some of the things have changed since
They've
I've been there. I
changed, yeah.
noticed they don't do prayer anymore
They don't
either.
do the pledge the prayer anymore, yeah.
So someone asked too, will the new mayor get voted on at that? If everyone gets seated
everyone
and the
gets
meeting goes
seated.
like it should, then yeah, they should vote the new mayor.
That's like the first thing they do once everybody's seated.
Yeah.
So if Russ leaves without a fuss, thanks Rose for the 5, appreciate you.
Love you too.
And he leaves, then they can seat the 4 members, and the first thing they'll do is select a mayor. Someone will nominate, someone will second, then they'll do a vote, and then they'll pick a new mayor.
Are there young voters in Otter Creek? There's a couple of young voters, but not many.
Not many.
It's
Most of them are older.
Yeah, and most of the years there's been a very low turnout. The past election, last year's election, probably was a record-breaking amount of people voting.
The first year I got here, there was maybe 30 people voting. So if you had 17 or 18 votes, you're gonna win. But this year was like 70, 71.
Yeah, that
I
was
think people
record-breaking, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and of those 100 residents, they're not all here all year long. So some of them may not have even been here to vote.
You know, and now with having a new lawyer who does her job correctly, things should run a lot smoother. I
should
know
be better,
someone
yeah.
was asking that if Laura or Don give up their seats, will Russ just be able to get back in his seat?
No.
No. What would happen is if either one of those drop out, then it would have to go to the letter of interest
Letter
process.
of interest. So they
So-
do skip some steps by doing it the letter of interest way. But it still has, it still has to run through the board, and they still have to vote for somebody.
The lawyer does not have any authority if they decided to walk out to continue the meeting. There has to be a quorum of board members. So even with the lawyer there, the meeting could not continue. But after that April meeting, they no longer hold those seats anymore. So they would be able to be sworn in without that quorum because they're done.
Yeah.
So if they got up and walked out of that meeting acting like babies again, then it would get rectified down the road.
So
But it's just silly to mess up the whole process.
yeah, Russell made a huge mistake. He thought he could. If you remember, Mayor Therese put the 1-year seat on him, and he thought that wasn't going to stick, and so he didn't bother running. That was a big mistake he made.
I don't know if the state will ever step in. It's the governor who has to remove people,
Yeah.
and I guess he has a lot on his plate too. But that's something someone would have to ask the governor's office because they're the authority on removing people.
Right.
Unfortunately, I think there's so many things going on right now that probably Otter Creek is the least of their worries. Even though, unfortunately, that's your job. You're supposed to overlook the whole state. That's the way things work, though.
Right.
The little stuff doesn't get much attention. And you would think with all the attention Otter Creek gets that it would be a little higher on their list.
Yeah.
But-
I would think.
Hopefully after this meeting and everybody getting seated, this town can get more normal. Is that possible?
Someone's telling me to bring tire patch repair kits with me up to Alaska. This motorhome actually does not have a spare tire.
Which is so weird.
It's weird.
Odd.
But I've mentioned that to them when I've had the techs on the phone, and they didn't design it with a need for a spare tire, which I don't know how you can guess that, but it is a dually and it's very lightweight. Most of the Alcan, most of the Canadian Alaska Highway, Highway 1, most of it is paved. The only time it's not paved is if they're doing work on it. And then they have a pilot car, and it's usually muddy, slushy. Sometimes you can get some sharp rocks, but for the most part, going up the Alcan, you don't usually encounter flat tires, typically. Now, that being said, it depends on the route that you go. If you take the Cassiar Highway, which is the innermost, that's like gravel for 400 miles. You're more likely to catch a flat there because it's more twists and turns. It's more tight. There's less. There's like no Wi-Fi. That whole 400 miles. There's like one gas station. It's a little more risky. But the Alaska Canadian Highway during the summer, it has services. I mean, you might go a couple hundred miles, but you're going to have services, so you'll be able to get help if you need it. These tires are supposed to be a very common tire, and they did that intentionally so that anyone coming to replace the tire, they'll have the tire in stock. So it's a heavy-duty truck tire on a light-duty RV, so they should have really good tires on it.
So somebody asked what is something I'd like to do on my list that is not currently planned. I think something I would like to do is go on a hot air balloon
Oh
ride.
yeah, a hot air balloon ride. Yeah, I've never done
And I
that.
don't have that planned. So I think that would be a lot of fun.
Now, up in Alaska, some of you may know I used to fly an ultralight. My friends up there are still up there, and if they still have an ultralight, maybe we can get them to take us up and we get some great video up in the air, looking down at moose, looking at rivers. So that's kind of what our plan is going to be. Hit them up and say, hey, buddy, take me up.
That would be fun.
Maybe they'll even let me fly it. I still have my license.
Goodness. Well, we'll see what the eye doctor says about that. So Brett still does have 2 eye appointments.
Yeah,
We're waiting on those before we can hit the road,
yeah.
and we'll find out what they have to say because he does have some scarring on his eye.
On the cornea of my good eye, which is this one. This eye, I was almost blind from birth. I was born with this eye 2400. I can see peripherally, but I can't read anything with this eye, my right eye. My dad was born the same way with the opposite eye. So it's hereditary. My left eye is a good, strong eye, but I do wear glasses now for long distance seeing. I wear glasses. So for driving, it helps to see the signs a little sooner. Like if you're in a city.
I appreciate it, yes. So
But I have some scarring on that eye.
Jamie just said the fundraiser for the bio family is up past 37,000.
Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome.
That's amazing.
So y'all are such a loving family.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate everything you guys do for everybody. It makes me
Yeah.
teary-eyed.
And we really hope that Haley finds a good home. She deserves better than what she has.
Harley.
Harley. I'm sorry, Harley.
It's okay. Haley's a nice name as well.
Forgot the R.
Arr, like a pirate.
That's right.
But yeah, it's very touching how much you care about everything and everybody, and just what a wonderful family you guys are. So we're thankful that you look out for everybody.
Yeah. Appreciate
And that's
it.
what people are supposed to do, look out for each
Yeah,
other.
look out for each other.
Yep. All right. What else?
What else you got over there?
What else do I got over here?
I think we have some mail to open up.
We do. We don't usually have any mail, but we came back into town.
Oh, look what I
And-
got here.
We had some mail.
We don't
Oh.
have a mail song, but we got the blue box.
Oh, I used to have a bigger blue box than that. It was a bank, but I sold it on eBay when we were getting rid of all our stuff.
Did y'all
So-
see in the video the southernmost post office? We haven't released that video yet.
Nope.
Southernmost post office coming to you soon.
All right. So there's that.
You know where that southernmost post office is? It's right across the street from mile 0 on Highway 1. Right across the street.
Yeah,
Literally right
diagonal,
across the
yeah.
street. Yeah.
So we got this awesome can
Can opener.
Thank you so much.
We thank
Yes.
you.
That was on our Amazon wish list, and we really appreciate it. It made my day.
Yeah, we can definitely put that to use. I don't have to use my teeth anymore on those cans of beans. We thank you. We don't know if we're saying this name right. Quazwiz.
But thank you
Well,
so
we thank
much.
you for the gift. We greatly appreciate it.
And those are just beautiful sentiments. And you had me laughing.
That's people caring for people. We appreciate that.
But yeah, we definitely have to have a straight jacket. And God bless you too. That was just so sweet of you.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. And the other thing that I
Oh.
got when we got here was Debbie. She's so sweet.
Gave Therese some homework. She's got homework.
I got homework now, but I got these 2 books from
Look at
Debbie.
this.
And I'm so grateful.
This is for playing the ukulele.
She's so sweet. And this one, I'm so stoked. And the bestest thing,
Look at this nice case.
I had to wrangle this from Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica interceded.
I have to check to see that she didn't get her drool all over it. That's the back of it.
Oh, I'm just holding it.
Okay.
Look at
Isn't
this
this
nice case.
beautiful?
Nice case.
Thank you so much, Debbie. This means so much to me. I'm so excited.
I strummed it first.
Oh, yeah? I bet you Jessica did, actually. So sweet.
And there was a note from Debbie.
Yeah, thank you so much, Debbie.
We thank
I'll
you.
definitely keep in touch with you because I do want to hear about all your travels and adventures too. You can let me know what spots are good and we'll do the same. So just awesome to have such an amazing family. I'm so blessed. And that's how I feel a lot. I'm blessed. God is good.
Yep.
All
He's
the
been
time.
good to us. Good in travel. So I had some concerns last week, and I'd asked you guys for some support and ideas and where to park in Miami for that ball game. And as it turns out, we showed up there 2 hours early, so we thought we were going to have to do some fancy maneuvering, dancing, or whatever. But the bus, the lot 3 that the parking authority told me to go to for RVs and buses, they didn't even use it. They didn't even open it.
I know.
So you had to park on the street.
It
which-
wasn't a full house. There was
Yeah.
a lot of empty seats.
There was a lot of empty seats, and it was a lot. Like we could have gotten there probably 30 minutes prior, to be honest, and gotten in on time. But we got there 2 hours prior, thinking we were going to have to park at a Walmart and take the bikes and ride them to the stadium. But it really wasn't that bad. We parked right in front of the stadium.
Right in front.
Right in
Now
front.
It was a 35. It cost
Yeah,
35
it was
bucks to park it because
$35.
it's an RV.
Yeah, it was
So.
35 bucks to do it, and we probably could have done it for 20 bucks somewhere else.
However,
It
there
was
was
there.
cops
There were
watching
cops
it.
there watching it.
so
So
sometimes you got to bite the bullet
peace of
and
mind.
shell out the
Yeah,
greenbacks
peace of
and
mind.
do what you got to do.
There were people near the stadium that were offering parking in their lots for 20 bucks, but I don't know if they got anybody to do that.
I'm sure they get some people, but there's risks with all of that as
I
well.
thought with the Braves coming to town that they would have got close to sold out.
Oh, happy anniversary to Jeremy and George.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes, absolutely.
Is there going to be cake?
I don't know. I heard Jessica ate all the cake.
Jessica, did you eat all the
I
cake?
still got a bone to pick with Jessica for eating that cake. That cake looked delish, and I was like, "Oh man, they're gonna
I
save
would've
us a
ate-
piece, right?"
I would have ate it if I was her too.
Like, where's the
You
cake?
think I'm going to feel sorry for you when you're in the Keys eating key lime pie and carrying on?
Key lime
No.
pie was good. but
I'm
I
going to
don't
eat
know.
all that cake and
I
I'm
bet
going to.
that cake was better.
If I
than
was
the
her,
pie.
I would have made a video of myself eating that cake to send to you.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would have been funny. But oh, it's great to see everybody.
Yeah, it is.
When we get back, I can't even wait to see Belinda still. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
seen
kinda
Deanna
nice.
yet.
Yep, haven't seen her.
So it's just great. There's so many great people.
Mm-hmm.
I love getting to see people. And I love getting to talk to y'all.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Did we have any more questions from people? Because I'm sorry we didn't come fully prepared. We
It's his
got
fault.
really busy.
Two small pieces, Jessica. Two small. Where's the video proof of the size of those pieces?
Yeah, we need the video.
Have we been to Tube
It's
Town?
all about the
I
receipts.
can't tell. Thank you. Gas and tire money. Thank you, Boomer. That's
Yeah,
so
let's
nice
hope
of
we
you.
don't need it. Gas money we'll need.
Retired truck driver. Wow.
Hey,
That's hard work. And
Yeah.
you know what? Be thankful to the truck drivers
Yeah.
because without them, we'd be in a huge mess.
Yeah, we'd be
Thank
in
you
real
so
mess.
much. That was so sweet of you.
Yep, thank you, Boomer.
Gas is expensive these days.
It is. So down in the Keys, I wanted to talk about that for a minute because it was a little strange as we drove out of Key West and heading north. The very next key, or maybe 2 keys up, the gas was normal price. So it was like $1 cheaper
Well,
than in Key West. And you're talking 10 miles. I don't know. I think they price gouge just about everything on Key West.
that's the
to
way
be
it
honest.
works. I mean, you're in a tourist town.
It's a tourist town, and it's yes, fishing is big, but you know what I think the
And
biggest
Peach Willis.
the biggest attraction in Key West is not really our stage of what we like to do, but it's all about the nightlife. Really, it's about bar hopping.
There's so much to do there.
There is so much to do there, but when you have the island is only a mile and a half wide and 4 miles deep, and the old section is everywhere that the people want to be. So everything's in the old town section, which is half the island, and half the island is Duval Street that runs right down the middle. That's all the bars. So really, Key West is like, I'd say 20% bars and restaurants. We'll put them together because they're kind of the same thing. And all the prices are so ridiculous. Like I think mixed drinks, $17 for a mixed drink, $17, and it's like 3 sips and it's gone. $17. I just for $17 I can go buy my own liquor and I got a whole bottle. Right?
Anyways.
So
Don't
yeah,
be grumpy old man here
not
today.
being grumpy.
All right. Have we tracked down the mayor of Tube Town?
Where is gas $5.56
Not
a
yet.
gallon at? Where's that at?
But I am going to be looking for that fella.
We buy more diesel now that we're on the road. So the motorhome
It's about the
takes
key
diesel.
lime pie. You know it, baby.
$2 or €2 a liter. I don't know what that equates to. I'd have to do some math.
Do you need to call up Mary?
No, we'll leave Mary out of it. You can Google that on your phone and it'll convert it for you.
Oh, you think Google's better than asking Mary?
Well, yes. Just about anything's better.
Okay.
But I do know one thing about going through Canada, that the gas is expensive. So Canadians are really paying in their taxes for high gas and what is it called? Unified Government Health Care. You're paying for that. So
Regular gas is $5.17 in
California.
Wow.
Yeah. California's got some great places to visit. However, I know their gas prices
Was
are
that you
high.
waving to us from the ship? Did you see us waving back? Did you fix the drawer problem in the RV?
No,
No.
but we have some ideas.
Yeah, and y'all have given us some great ideas. I really, really appreciate all the input we've gotten from you all every time we have a question or how to fix something. You have great ideas, and we appreciate that.
So on the way up, what we did, there's 3 drawers, and it's the middle one that likes to come out. So we just took it out and set it on the floor for the trip up here. But we do want to put it back in its carriage.
Yeah, that
and
was just
that was
a
just
temporary
it was a
solution.
temporary solution.
But I don't want to ride around with it on the floor like
Right.
that.
So when we bought the coach, we did get it with these aluminum bars that the guy had made, and you put down the front through the handles, and that would work. But if a drawer comes, it scores up. Even as you're driving, it rattles and it scores up the front of the drawer. So maybe some padding on that, and it'll work. I think it'll work with that, but we need to make some modifications so that it's not
And then someone else said to try bungee cords.
Yeah, I've got a ton of
So,
bungee cords. So
We
those-
definitely are
I could
going
do
to
that.
try them out because we got to get that fixed, and I
Yeah.
don't like it riding on the floor. So we did put a baby latch in the top one, but the
Mhm.
next two drawers don't have a good place to line it up.
Yeah, they don't have
They
a
didn't.
framing above the drawers to latch it to.
So, and the Velcro ones, I don't know that they would work either, but we're going to monkey around with it and see.
Yeah.
So, and it's been different cooking in the RV. I know I miss my oven for a few things,
Yeah.
but we're getting there, learning to use the small space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to being able to bake a lot of stuff. I like baking cookies and breads and lots of stuff like that. So it's just different.
Yeah.
Super glue. I don't
Whoa, I
know.
missed that one. What was that? 912?
What?
Diesel's 912 in the UK.
Woo!
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Why? $9.12 for a, I'm guessing that's a gallon.
Wow. I don't even know what it costs now to park near Mallory Square because we rode our bicycles.
Yeah, we rode
everywhere.
bicycles everywhere, and
So we didn't pay for parking. So I never did
Yeah.
look at the price of parking at all.
most of the parking was through the app. And they have this commercial. They have one channel that we could pick up, and it was a repetitive commercial about every business in Key West. And they have an app that they use for the city parking. So if you go on Key West, City of Key West, all their parking meters are ran through the app on your phone. So that's what they were advertising. We didn't ever use it, but that's what they were advertising on the commercials. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't really see that many meters that you feed. It's all electronic.
Yeah, everything nowadays is. There's so many places you can't even pay for anything with cash anymore. When we were at the
Mm.
ball game and tried to
Oh,
get some
yeah.
drinks, you can't even pay with cash anymore. It's kind of dangerous when you think about it to not be able to use your cash. So I don't think that's a good thing. I think
Yeah.
cash should always be an option, but the government is just taking over everything by trying to get rid of cash. So I don't like that.
And we did only buy two things at the ball game. I bought a fountain drink. I think it was 16 to 20 ounces, and it was $6.50. And then if you wanted a souvenir cup, it was $11, but I didn't buy that. Then they had bottled water. She wanted a water, was $4.50, and I'm like, that better be some good water. It wasn't even a good brand.
It wasn't
was
even Fiji.
It
like,
wasn't good
it
brand
wasn't
of water.
bougie
It was
at all.
bottled
It was
water, but it
Dasani.
was-
Was that one
Yeah, I
Dasani?
think it was Dasani, which is like low.
Well, I don't like the taste of
Like-
Dasani anyway,
Yeah.
but you can't do anything about it at
Yeah.
that point. So
Spend $11 for two drinks.
is what it
ridiculous.
is.
And
But
you know
yeah.
what's really bad though was, and I'm not trying to be a pooper here, but the people, and it wasn't just the people in front of us, but we were paying more attention to them because they had like a whole generation of family there and they had kids. These were probably young teenager boys, and the parents had bought them like chicken fingers and French fries. So in these little souvenir cups, like souvenir trays, and they had to have paid 15 to 20 bucks for those things.
I'm
and,
sure.
and they didn't eat half of it. And then when they left, they just threw it on the floor.
Yep.
They throw it on the floor.
Things are a lot different these days than
Oh,
when
they'll clean it up. Yeah,
I
and you
was
know why
growing
you're
up.
paying so much for tickets? Because you can't put your own trash in the trash receptacle.
So
You're
what
paying
I thought
people to do it for you.
what I thought was crazy was these
Ugh.
people bought a lot of. Did you just?
Oh, I just
Ugh.
hate waste when people
So
waste.
they bought these little Marlin souvenir baseball caps that some kind of maybe ice cream or something came in, but they were thrown all over in between the bleachers. Like I guess somebody could have collected them up and had some free souvenirs, but
Yeah.
I just thought that was odd that they just throw them all over the ground.
Yeah.
Shameful.
It was
But
shameful. It was a lot.
I suppose-
Adults were doing it too. They were leaving cups there. They were leaving their trash on the ground, eating peanuts and the peanut things. I know there are restaurants that do that, but I don't think sweeping out between those seats is an easy task when you have what 60,000 seats or whatever that place holds, but that's a lot of mess. And they put trash cans out. People can't use trash cans. I mean, is it hard to take your trash and put it in the trash receptacle on your way out? It's that hard.
I don't have a problem with it.
It's
Thank
ridiculous.
you for asking.
Yeah. I just thought it was rude. And then the $20 chicken tenders are all over the ground, and the fries are all over the ground. And
People are wasteful. It's like a disposable world.
this lady next to me had a cheeseburger, and she ate half of it and threw the rest away. I'm like, were you that hungry? I mean, I have to be hungry to eat a $20
Yeah, I would figure
cheeseburger.
that they use leaf blowers to blow out those peanut
That was
shells.
so gross.
But the rest of the stuff is just, I don't know why people didn't walk the big trays full of food. They just left it sitting on the floor.
Yeah, that would probably be my only thing. But it was a beautiful stadium. I mean, the stadium was phenomenal. It has a retractable roof, and it was open, and I think it was 72 degrees, maybe 77
It
around
was
game time.
perfect
It got
weather.
down to just
Perfect.
below 70 when we left. It was perfect.
So,
Beautiful weather in Miami.
Yep.
As long as you're down there before, like, next month.
Yeah. Summertime is
Brutal.
rough. It
brutal.
is rough. I grew up in the area.
Humid.
I'm used to the Florida summers. I'm
Rain
so
every day.
stoked that this is my first year of being able to be a snowbird and leaving Florida for the summer. So stoked.
Can we talk about your situation in private messenger or WhatsApp when we talk about the mattress? The mattress. Yeah, sure.
All right. And if anybody has any questions, they can always email us at madammayorsadventures@gmail.
There was a vendor outside that was selling hot dogs. I think she had packed it up though when we left.
Yeah, she was a
But
nice lady.
She was a nice lady.
There was everybody we talked to was super nice. We didn't have any problems.
Yeah, we didn't have problems with
The
people.
only they didn't let us bring. We were trying to bring a selfie stick in there, but
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
allow that. And
I-
I'm pretty sure the reasoning for that is because if you're over there being obnoxious, you're blocking people's view. I
yeah,
get
that's
that.
probably what it is.
So they do let you bring bongos in there. So hey,
Bongos.
bring your bongos. Don't bring a selfie
Don't
stick.
bring a selfie stick. So we had to turn around and take it back to the.
Good thing we were
our
parked
window.
so
Well,
close.
we were parked close. If we were parked further away, I would have just hit it in the bushes and picked it up on the way back.
If it was still there,
Yeah. Well.
maybe some iguanas would take it away.
Oh yeah.
We did see some huge
Huge
iguanas in the
iguanas.
Keys.
Big.
So yes, there is a town hall meeting on Tuesday. We will be there.
Yep, we'll be there. We'll
For
be
anybody
live.
who's just coming in now, we will be there on Tuesday at the town hall meeting. That starts at 7:00. We should be going live around 6:30
Yep,
ish.
ish. We'll chat it
So-
up. We'll do a tailgate party until the meeting
Yeah.
starts, and then we'll move it inside.
I won't bring the furry mic, fuzzy
No.
mic, whatever.
You can bring your ukulele, so you better study up.
You better study up.
Buckle
So
up.
I'm hoping for good things at this meeting. Everybody say a prayer that these people can get seated, because that
It-
needs to happen.
They got these banners in Florida when you're driving down
Thank
the
you,
interstate.
Melissa. I liked it too.
That say, "Click it or ticket, buckle up." So
Yeah,
we
that-
thought that was funny.
That's
Buckle
always
up.
been in Florida that you see those up on the signs, but now when we see it, it's a little bit more humorous. So
Has a double meaning with the buckle up.
buckle up, baby.
Oh, I want to mention this too. I think, or am I premature in stating that you're going to be a guest invite on Tug's channel
On Wednesday
on
night.
Wednesday. What time is that supposed to be? Is that 8? 7?
I have to look it up because they're on a different time zone, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're on. I think they're on Central Time, 1 hour back. So watch for Madam Mayor Therese.
Oh, you're gonna be there Tuesday. Awesome.
to be on Tug's
Debbie.
channel. Oh, great. To be on Tug's channel. That's the umbrella guy has invited Madam Mayor to go on his channel, so that'll be fun.
We're
What
gonna
do
be
you-
at Tug Thug.
Tug Thug. We're Tug Thug. I like that acronym. That's pretty cool.
Hey, you gotta have fun.
Some of the stuff that
Let these
that
people
he's
say
able
what they will.
to do with the artificial intelligence, with the songs and all
You like his jams?
His jams are pretty catchy.
I'm
They're
thinking
pretty
he's going to
catchy.
make them his ringtone. Watch out.
Sometimes I'll just watch his intro.
Oh my goodness. Too much fun. Yeah, it's great getting to meet all these people.
Yeah.
You gotta love that. So, what else are we going to be doing this week? We're going to be hanging out in the creek. Who knows?
Hang out in the creek. I need to get a service done on the motorhome. It's just a typical fluids change because we bought it. We bought it used, but it's really new. It had less than 5,000 miles on it, so now it's got almost 7. And we need to do a 10,000 mile lubrication and a 125 point check. It's part of their service pack. It's called Service A, and so it'll reset the little flasher saying that we're 41 days late for our service. So we're trying to get that in Gainesville. Hopefully it's a 1-day turnaround. We'll just wait for it and drive it back because we want to get that done before we take it to Alaska.
Barbecue.
We don't want to worry about that on the road trip.
No, definitely don't want to worry about that. Someone else was asking us, where can they send us stuff?
Tugs in Tennessee, they said.
I love Tennessee.
Yeah.
Where,
So
I don't know at the moment because we were getting stuff at the Chiefland post office, but we'll only be around here for about another week.
Another week.
So people were sending it general delivery to the Chiefland post office. I think I'm going to maybe see if my sister would be able to hold some stuff for us while we're in Alaska.
Yeah.
So if we do end up updating the mail address, that will be under our channel in the bio.
We'll update that.
So I'll be talking to my lovely sister Audrey this week, and I'll see what she has to say, and if I can get
Use her
some of my
mailbox.
mail directed there while we're in Alaska,
Yeah.
that would be great.
So
She
we're gonna-
lives in Ohio, and we will be visiting her on our way up to Alaska, and of course on the way back from Alaska we'll be visiting her again because I haven't seen everybody and I miss everyone. So
And we're still open to an idea of anyone having connections in Tennessee with a property that would be ideal for just motorhome parking, maybe an RV lot or a lean-to. With, we're not interested in a house parcel, but something on the water would be nice. Something in a rural setting, but you can still get Wi-Fi. We would be interested in possibly purchasing something where we can call a homestead.
yeah, it'll be nice to actually get a homestead set up. So I can't wait for that. Oh, make sure to ask Tug how the triplets are coming along.
Okay, we'll do
Thank you, Pickle Tink.
pickle tink. That's hard to say, pickle tink.
Don't say it too fast.
I know it. You want to say pickle pink,
Tickle Tink
tickle pink.
instead of Pickle Tink. That's why.
All right.
Okay. Don't have any drinks and say that either.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
How scary was it to give up your home? It is scary,
Yeah,
and
it
I think
is.
Brett is having a little bit more of a tougher time transitioning than I have. We both really love the campground and the people there and
We like the house.
being
though.
able to do different things, and we love the house. We didn't have a humongous house, but
No,
we
it
had a
wasn't
nice
big,
size house,
but
and
it
we had a
was
huge
super-
barn.
It was super efficient. You could run the air and $100 a month. It was super efficient. It was
We had
cute.
a
It was
huge
small,
barn, a big shed, so we had a lot more space.
a lot more space.
So getting rid of stuff was a challenge for sure,
Because
but
it wasn't just my personal stuff. It was also stuff that came with the
business.
campground, and we had to. It never really got gone through. It was a lot of junk. Some of it ended up in the dollar sale in this building right here we're sitting in.
yeah, the other owner, when it was bought, left a lot
They
of
left a
stuff to
mess.
deal with.
Yeah.
So it was quite the project, but Brett misses that.
The pool. I kind of miss the pool.
You miss a lot of different things about that place. So he's having a little bit harder of a time transitioning into this lifestyle. He also thinks that maybe he's too young to be retired. I think you should look at it that you're so blessed to be able to be
Yeah,
retired.
We had a deep conversation last night. It's like, man, I still want to. I want to do all these things. I don't feel like I'm done. But she's saying, you're 57 chronologically. You're done. You need to.
You're
the
not done,
Well, I
but you
mean,
need to take
you need
these
to slow
precious
down.
years and enjoy them to the max.
Because we had a lot going on. She was the mayor, and then I was running the park, and she was
Working at the
also working
post
in the park.
office,
We also worked in the
selling on
post office.
eBay,
We sold on
buying
eBay,
storage units.
buying
We had a
storage
lot of
units.
stuff
We had a
going
lot
on.
of stuff going on, but we liked that busyness. Every day we had something. But we always thought we would be looking forward to the time, well, man, I'll be glad it's just going to all come to a screeching halt and it's all going to stop. What am I going to do? I'm going to need something to do. Can traveling be a full-time thing? Thanks, Jerry, for the 5. Was there a
Love
question?
watching you from
Oh,
Arizona. I want to go
Arizona.
to Arizona too. That's
I don't
another
know
place.
much about Arizona. I have driven through it, but it was a long time ago.
I know there's some beautiful scenery
Mm-hmm.
there, so I do have that on my list at some point. Obviously, it's not going to be this year, but we'll have years worth of travel.
And we
so,
love Indian stuff. Arizona's rich in Indian history. Them and New Mexico have a lot of Indian stuff, as does Florida.
Yep.
I'm
Because-
a little more than an eighth and a little less than a quarter Cherokee Indian. But I think the Cherokees were more in Virginia, West Virginia, East Tennessee. Down here you got the Seminoles.
Yeah. So where I grew up, we had the
Mhm.
Seminole Indians, and I went to school with a lot of them. Great
Mhm.
people, hung out on the reservation a lot. So it was nice getting to enjoy their culture.
And when we get to Alaska, they got a lot of the, you don't call them Eskimos, the Inupiats. They got a lot of different branches of the Alaskan Indian, but we'll see some. They got a lot of folk dancing stuff up there going on. Usually during the summer, you'll see some stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's always nice. So I can't wait to see all the different cultures and all the beautiful scenery. I'm so excited.
I still think halfway through Canada, she's going to be going like, "When does the sun go down? It's 10 o'clock."
I ain't gonna be worried about what the sun does. That's great. I can stay awake longer. I don't sleep great at night anyway.
I know. So the sun being up, you don't think that's going to keep you up?
I'm up anyway. What's the big whoop?
I think
So
it's,
what?
I think it's pretty neat up there to be like water skiing or washing your car or grilling burgers. You're like, man, I'm tired. What time is it? And you look at your watch and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and it looks like it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
It'll be different for sure. And hey, I may never want to come back, but I've always wanted to go to Alaska. So this is like the hugest thing to check off my bucket list right now. It's
Yeah.
just gonna be, I'm gonna be like a kid in a candy store, just skipping and hopping and hula hooping, and Brett's gonna be like, oh my gosh, does this chick ever slow down? Does she sleep? What's happening? And I'm just gonna say, go over there and take a nap.
Yeah.
Check back later. It's gonna be a blast. Better eat
So-
your vitamins.
One thing I'm contemplating in Alaska is taking. I don't think I want to do it though. I mean, I would like to do it, but I really have to be convinced about the road conditions. But there's above. What was that? Wheelie Life. Thanks for the 2.
Hi from Utah. Just did
Utah.
horse riding. Ooh, that's fun. I haven't
Oh,
done
yeah,
that
she
in
likes-
quite a while. I love horse riding. I
Yeah.
used to own some horses. It's been a while.
Yeah, I grew up in Virginia and we boarded other people's horses.
I look
but we
forward
can
to
ride
doing
them.
that again. I think it would be fun to go stay at a dude ranch for a
My
while.
sister always had a horse. She used to barrel race. But,
That's fun.
yeah. What was I
You
saying?
can watch me.
So there's a road that goes more north. It's called the Top of the World Road, and it goes up through Dawson Creek, I think it is. Dawson Creek or Dawson City. Anyway, it comes off Highway 1 and goes up and comes back down in Tok, Alaska, and there's a ferry that goes across there. And I think it would be neat to take that route. But, with the tire situation, it's usually a gravel road. I don't know how many hundreds of miles out of the way that is and what gas costs. So this unit that we have does have an extended fuel tank. The guy had replaced the 24.5 gallon standard tank with a 47 gallon tank. So we can haul quite a bit of fuel. So that's going to come in handy.
Sir Pops a lot. Thank you.
So pops a lot.
I feel so weird we don't have our clucking chicken.
Yeah. Thank you.
You could just start clucking that.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
There you go. Yeah, nuts. Someone wants to know where in Virginia you're from.
I was born in Petersburg, but we were only there for a brief moment. I lived mostly in Ashland. It's just north of Richmond, about 20 minutes, and grew up on a farm there in Ashland. Not in the city of Ashland, but in the Ashland proper.
I can't wait to see the bison.
I also lived in Chesterfield County, and I think where we grew up in the farm, I think that was Henrico County.
Do you have plans to do a trip to Europe in the future?
Europe.
Thank you, St. Patty's.
Thank you.
I would love to go back to
Yeah, I'd
Europe.
love
I
to
want to
go to
go
Europe.
back to Germany, so it's on my list. My grandma came from Germany, so
Mhm.
I'm part German, and it's been a few years since I went there last, I think was in 2018.
Hmm.
We actually went over there to bring my grandmother's ashes over there after she passed away.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to go visit and see my family, and I would love to go back.
The German funerals are very beautiful. They're usually outdoor garden type atmosphere.
Yeah, their cemeteries are
Nice.
gorgeous.
They're
They
above.
really
Mhm.
put in all this planning and do a beautiful garden in there. Thank you, Wheelie Life.
Oh, cruising to
Cruising to
Alaska in
Alaska.
June.
Oh, nice.
We'll still probably be up in the Fairbanks area in June. I don't know if you plan on going that far north, but we will be circling around doing the triangle, they call it. So it'll be Fairbanks, Anchorage, and then back out. But we're going to hit, we don't know exactly we know we're going to go to Fairbanks first. And then toward the end of June, probably July, we'll start going south. And we'll hit Denali Park. We might hit Denali Park while we're in Fairbanks. And then we'll go down to, toward Whittier. But I don't know if we're going to cross the tunnel or not. I know there is a tunnel, but we'll go down to Seward and or Valdez, time permitting. We'll see what the weather does. If we're not chased out, we might do both. Because to go from Homer and Seward are on the same peninsula, this Kenai Peninsula, but you can't go straight from one to the other. You have to go up around.
Thank you,
to the other
Judy.
side.
That's so sweet. We
Thanks,
love
Judy.
filming them for you. I'm glad you watched them
Yeah.
and enjoyed them.
And we actually still have a few more. We haven't
Yeah, we
put them
do.
all up yet. So,
I love being able to share the journey with everybody.
hmm
So it makes it even more special.
editing the videos is a lot of work.
It is.
And she's doing all that right now.
So.
And
And I know people have asked us about doing memberships, and we talked about that,
yeah,
and we're looking into that.
we're looking at doing some.
So I know a lot of people want to know what they can do to help support the channel,
Hmm.
and that's one of the things, if we got going, that would be helpful for support.
Someone speaks about Germany, Frankfurt, and Dusseldorf.
Yeah, my family lives near Mannheim, and I'm trying to think of the other town. I want to say Karlsruhe. But that's where the cemetery was, near Mannheim.
I've only been to Germany once. I wasn't stationed there. It was a prior marriage and it was a funeral. I was there 10 days and it was outside of Frankfurt, town of New Isenburg is where I visited. And we didn't travel. We just went there and went back. And that was from Alaska and back to Alaska.
So, yeah, I definitely want to go back because I think I was only there for 4 or 5 days. And it
Someone
just,
said Karlsruhe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just, I felt immediately, I felt at home there. It just felt very
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. I did feel the same way in Israel.
You got some of
And-
the German features.
And
Like the blonde hair, the blue eyes, the big nose.
thanks.
It's not a bad big.
So, anyway, you're so interrupting. You'll pay for it later.
Yeah, I will.
Made me lose my whole train.
Big love from Norway.
Go on, carry on.
Someone else from Frankfurt, beautiful city.
It is. And everybody should be praying for Israel right now.
Somebody's son was born in Würzburg. I know they have a big military hospital there. I think it's called Landstuhl. And I know I've flown through Landstuhl, but we didn't deplane. That's where a lot of the injured soldiers would go there and get patched up. Landstuhl. It's a really advanced hospital there.
I liked when I went there, I like to drink a lot of water, and every restaurant we went in, they would always ask when I ordered water, do you want that with gas?
Yeah.
And I never did, so they just said flat, and they'd bring it out in this beautiful big glass bottle, and it was in this bucket of ice, and my niece thought that I was getting like expensive booze or something, and I kept telling her it's just water.
Gourmet water.
And she never believed me. But they had delicious water over there, so wonderful.
Stats is in the chat. She said she loved the fort and the moat. It was amazing. Oh yeah, the tortugas.
Oh, the dried tortugas was so beautiful.
If you ever get a chance to go down there,
I wanna go
that's
back.
worth the whole trip.
I do want to
Just
go
to
back.
see
I want
that.
to camp there for sure.
Sit-
I think if you camp there, you'd get that extra time that you need.
to
So,
snorkel, because in order
yeah, we
to,
didn't get to snorkel.
if you go on the boat, I mean, you feel really rushed. To see the fort and to snorkel, you're running around trying
And the
to.
day we went, there was stormy weather, so the water was not safe to be in. Some of the younger people were complaining about how much work it was to be in the water, and you couldn't really see much because everything was so stirred up.
Stir it up, yeah.
So,
that's
I
why
figured,
that's why we didn't bother.
why waste the time going in there
Mhm.
when there's so much else to see? And we'll just save that for the next time when we camp there, right?
Yep,
Good answer.
camp there.
I like it. But yeah, and then this week we are going to be hanging out here in the creek. A lot of people asking, where are you going to be staying? Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
Have to wait
'Cause
and
we're not
see.
sure yet.
That's right. We're all over the place right now.
We're
kinda
winging it.
We're in between two places, but that's the good thing about being in an RV.
Yeah, we got a house on wheels.
got a house on wheels.
So,
You can be here today,
know,
over there tomorrow.
And Otter Creek has several campgrounds, so we'll just
Mhm.
have to check out which one we like best and maybe stay a night in each one. Who knows? But we'll let you know.
That'd be
we'll keep
weird
you
to be
posted.
the owners of a campground and then be the
The
resident,
tenants?
the tenant in the same campground.
What would be odd about that?
Hey, it's Otter Creek, right?
That's right. Get it together.
Otter Creek. Where's Otter Creek?
You're
Right there.
odd.
Otter Creek.
You gotta go a little higher.
There
You
we
are
go.
odd. You're in the right place. And I got to track down the mayor of Tubetown and have a conversation with him.
The
So-
water in North Pole is contaminated? Are you talking about North Pole, Alaska? I used to live in North Pole.
I will not
I
go to
mean-
the illegal ones.
We had a well. So, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's not drink that water.
Hmm.
I made it out of Otter Creek alive. I'm not gonna go drink other contaminated water.
Yeah, it's a long way to drive to get bad water.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we've got a big week ahead of us.
Yeah, we got to get some maintenance done, get my eye looked at. We have 2
Well,
appointments
that's next
for that.
week. That's not even this week.
Oh, we got the Otter Creek meeting. Wednesday we got the Wakasasa board possibly meeting. We got to check
Yeah,
and make
and that's
sure
the
it hasn't
water.
been canceled.
That's about the water.
That's
so
about
we
the water pipeline. Yeah.
plan on attending that meeting if it's still in play. Last month we were going to go, but it got rescheduled and we were out of town for that. So, yep, Tuesday, 7 p.m. is the
Yeah,
meeting.
we should be live by 6:30.
And what else is going on this week?
We got new videos going up Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 4 o'clock.
I was going to try to go to Camp Blanding this week to try to fit in St. Augustine. So that may or may not happen. I might be trying to cram in too much. I don't know. We'll
We'll
see.
see what happens.
But I would certainly like to try to get to St. Augustine for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That's a big maybe at the moment. Other than that, it's just going to be, we spent the last 2 days, well, not even 2 days because we didn't roll in till late Saturday.
Late Saturday.
So we've been switching around all of our long-term gear and packing what we're going to need for Alaska and getting everything in order. So that's why we're a little dead tired today
Yeah,
and
we've
didn't even
had
eat
to
lunch.
we've had to move stuff around because we were staying with family in
So
Chiefland for a short period, and now we still have some stuff there, but we had to move stuff around. Some stuff had to go in the trailer, some stuff had to come out.
so
and we
now
had to-
everything's in order. I still got to get the RV in order at this point, but we have all our
Mhm.
stuff where it needs to be for the big move, the big trip.
So we had the Key West packing to do. Then we come back. Now we have going north packing to do, which just means more clothing, different clothing, mostly.
Yeah, and you know, we always come back, people asking, what are we doing here in Otter Creek? And we're seeing our friends. We have a lot of friends in Otter Creek,
Got friends
so
here.
we love to visit them whenever we can.
Did I ever finish talking about the gas prices down in Key West? Because on the base,
I don't know.
diesel was 407, not too unreasonable. Off the base, as soon as you go out the gate, Circle K is right there, and they were 514, I think it was. And then as you go north up the Keys, 10 miles north, then it was normal again, like in the fours, close to 4. But you can find cheaper gas as you move up into Florida. You can get 350 a gallon. At the Sam's Club was 350 a gallon. A lot of people say to as you're traveling to hit the truck stops, but the truck stops have contracts and agreements with the exits when they built that highway, and so their prices are not always the best. They're good for truckers because truckers get discounts. But for the common person traveling through, I don't think the truck stops have the best prices in gas. I like to find Murphy's. I like to find Sam's Club, or if you have a Costco membership, if you can find a base, sometimes they're cheaper, sometimes they're not. So we like to find either Murphy's or Circle K's. Those are usually our best prices because we get 10 cents off at the Circle K's, paying with the Easy Pay.
We have to brush my hair when we get off here.
I don't know how far north the Circle
It's a hot
K's
mess.
go. I know they got them in Texas. I think they have some in Tennessee, but I don't know.
Hey,
how far north.
Deborah. We love you too, and we can't wait to see you while we're here.
Somebody said 359 in Georgia. See, that's not too bad. That's not bad. They have less tax on gas than
Yeah,
than
that's pretty
Florida
good.
does. Florida has a high gas tax because they don't have an income tax, so they have to get it from the tourists, and that's how Florida's set
Someone
up.
said the Costco is the best for fuel in Alaska. Do they have diesel there?
Is there diesel there?
Hopefully.
Fairbanks had a
Thank you, Ruth.
Sam's Club when I left, but Costco bought it out. So we don't have a membership currently for Costco, but we'll look at it.
We are without membership. We don't even have a membership to What the Hells. What is going
we don't have a
on?
membership to much, do we?
Losers.
People were suggesting 330. That's good.
Yeah, that is real good.
I know for gas prices, stay out of New York, stay out of Chicago, stay out of California. Actually, stay out of the West Coast.
I want to say it was 8 or 9 years ago, my hair was actually this short.
Mm.
It was real short. My friend who cuts hair in Ocala, her name is Sarah Rose. And when I wanted to get my hair cut that short, she was not wanting to do it. She was so afraid that I would regret it.
Renee says her hair is down to her knees.
Wow.
And she's 5'8".
Wow, that's cool. So yeah, I had it short for quite a while, and I liked it when it was that length, but I don't know if I could ever go back to having short hair again.
Stacy says she lived in Fairbanks when her dad was in the military. That's what took me to Fairbanks. I was stationed there at Fort Wainwright. It's probably the same base. They do have an Air Force base there as well as Eielson.
Oh, we got the expert on.
Oh, the
Hello.
expert. Hello, expert. I always asked her, I said, what do we know about the expert? Jeremy
He
says
wants to
he's
know-
a good guy, but what is he an expert in? It doesn't
You'd have
say.
to ask him.
He just says the expert. Is that of all things?
Ask
He's
him.
the expert?
Ask him, what are you the expert of? He'll
What
tell
are you
you.
the expert of?
Maybe he's the expert of wearing those sunglasses and looking cool.
Yeah, he does look cool in those aviator glasses.
Maybe that's it.
Someone says lawyer. Oh. Yeah, I don't know much about.
And someone wants to know if you're going to be at Jeremy's Live at 8. I
Oh.
don't know. I guess you have to wait and see.
Here's something interesting. Someone says 334 at the Circle K in Central Kentucky. So Kentucky still has Circle K, so that's good.
Did you get a national park pass? No.
No,
That
we
is
have
on
not.
my list. I need to remember. I need to
Someone-
get with my list.
I did look at Harvest Host, and people have been talking about Harvest Host, but I think it was like over $500
Oh, Jessica, really?
for Harvest
Good to
Host.
know.
Someone said Alaska's part of the United States. Yeah.
Jessica says she's the expert of everything.
Yes, we have our passports. We've had passports. She just went last year to Israel, so you know she has a passport.
Yes.
And I've always had a passport. So
Yeah, I actually had to get my passport updated
with the new
with
married
my
name.
married name
That's
because
right.
that was something I had forgotten to do. So that was like a last minute, I hope I get this back in time before my trip kind of thing.
Right.
So
A Costco card is $60.
women have it rough having to change their last name on everything.
I think Sam's Club is 35 or 45, but then I get $10 off for being in the service. But mine just expired yesterday.
Jessica believes that veterans get free national park passes. All right, when are we going to
I've heard
see you,
that before.
Jessica?
I think I've heard that before.
Are you going to be around?
She's busy moderating.
I thought she was my best friend.
She tried to scarf your ukulele.
She's my best friend.
Fuel discounts at Gas Buddy. Yep. We also do a, what is that called? To get fuel cash back?
Upside?
Upside. We have used the Upside app, but what we've noticed is Upside directs you to the more expensive gas stations like Shell and Sunoco and Amoco and gas
He's an
stations.
expert at making people pee their pee.
I found a beautician in the area if you want her name.
Really?
Yeah. She
Okay.
did an awesome job. And it's reasonable.
I could need some upkeep of this mop.
Jessica will be at the meeting Tuesday.
Oh, is that when I'm going to see Jessica?
Have you joined an RV club? Nope. Nope. I was looking at Harvest Host, but if I remember which one I was looking at, I
An
think they were
expert of ramen noodles?
kind of expensive. So I just like sticking to the military bases if I can find them. I mean, if I can, I can't. But you always get a good deal on the base.
Dills. That base was cool. They had a little water park. That was fun.
Oh yeah, they did. Yep. One day it was so hot we came back on the bikes, went straight there,
Oh,
took
yeah.
our phone and wallets out.
Brett
and
was
went right
like,
in the
"What
water."
are you doing? I'm a kid here playing in this water park. I don't know why all the adults sit on the sidelines and just let the kids run around in there. No, I'm going to be right in there."
Somebody's asking, what are your and Brett real feelings if you can about the old mayor and Don the Con? Russell and Don, you're asking what we think about them. They're pretty much what you see. Don follows Russell. Russell does all the thinking for them. They tend to share a brain, and they do dumb stuff.
It's disappointing
it's
that
disappointing.
these people are taking up 2 seats on the council and not doing good things
Not
for the
doing
town.
anything for the town, like nothing.
So I think it's completely disappointing that they're taking up 2 seats and wasting time and money. They should not be on the board,
Yeah,
and that's my real feelings.
yeah.
It's sad that they are taking away from good things happening for this town.
Flippin' Adventure says hi.
Hi!
Or they said hi to him. I'm not sure which.
Oh. I can't wait to see Deanna.
Diesel in Europe is $7 a gallon. Holy crap.
How do you believe Don will act with Russ off the board?
Maybe more normal.
Ah, It's funny when you always have to say more normal around here.
Yeah, because Don's not a bad guy off the board. Why he acts the way he does with the ledgers and that's public information. And then when asked to come in and talk to Belinda, she'll show you anything you want. He doesn't come.
I think even with Russell off the board, that Don is still wasting a seat for a good member to be on.
Yeah.
So I believe that at this point in his life, he should just be enjoying things outside of those board meetings and leave that for somebody else who is more engaged
Yeah.
to do better things for the community.
They don't pre-read their packets. They don't go pick them up. They
You know,
don't. They
if
don't.
someone wants to know what is normal for Don. That's a
Yeah.
good
They,
question.
how many different open workshops were there, and they came to none of them. None of them.
Yeah, no.
There was several of them. Hiring a clerk. There were several of them.
It was so hard trying to get a clerk hired. I couldn't believe it.
And all Therese ever wanted was for the residents to come in during the workshops, come in during the meetings, tell me what you want, tell me, express your concerns, come tell me what it is that you'd like to see us do or not like to see us do.
I believe
They
you
don't-
need the people's input.
Yeah, they don't come. And then years they argue, well, y'all just gonna do what you want to do anyway. Well, come to the meeting. You haven't tried.
That's why I had 2 sections of public comments. I wanted to hear
Yeah, we
from the
wanted
people.
to hear from the people, and the people,
I
most of
want
them,
people
most
to
of
give
them,
input.
not all of them, but most of them, they don't come. They don't care. When you don't come to these open invites, that says you don't care. Do whatever. I don't care. That's what that says. And it's frustrating because you're trying to care. You're trying to fix records. You're trying to clean up the mess. You're trying to clean up the library. You're trying to clean up, make it look better. You're trying to do all these good things for the town. You're trying to trade a fire truck that's never put out a fire and trade it for some fire service so we don't have to pay for it. These are all good things for the town. And what happens? Residents don't care. They don't care. That's whatever. I don't care.
Well, we'll just see what
It's
happens in the
sad
future.
because there's a handful of people that do care.
I think things will get better in the future, and I'm just going to stay with that positive thinking
You're right.
and not be a grumpy naysayer about things.
That's the way you have to approach it. You got to think that at some point, either some of these older residents will show up,
Sometimes you throw a wrench in the matrix and see what happens.
or maybe
So-
some out of towners will come in. You know, some Northerners and Yankees will come in and buy some property and make it better.
That's what's been happening. Where
Yeah.
you been?
That's what's happening.
So it's all going to be good. It just takes time.
You know, this is something Gail always said too. Was in order for this town to get any better, some of the people are just going to have to die off. I mean, it's sad to say that, but what's going to happen? They hold on to these properties and they won't sell them. They won't move. They won't let anybody else make it better. But when they die, their children will get these properties and they're going to sell them in a minute and be gone.
That's right, Deborah. God's
That's
got
what's
this.
going to happen. So
God sure does have this.
Yep.
God is good all the time.
God has a plan. It's bigger than what we know, what we can see. It'll get
So.
better. I mean, you know, it's got to go up. When you're at the bottom, it's got to go up, right? You can't go any more down.
You just got to look at it with the right attitude and good vibes.
It'll get better.
So, and people want to know, will I ever be mayor again? Well, right now I'm traveling and I'm going to spend a good few years traveling, but no one knows what the future holds. So, never say never.
Yeah. In order to be the mayor of any town, you have to be a resident of that town or resident. You have to be a resident in that town. So right now we don't own any property. So she can't be a mayor somewhere if she doesn't live somewhere. So, but that could change. I mean, you know,
Everything can change, so who knows?
maybe a small town in Tennessee needs a mayor. You want to be a volunteer fan? You want to support the Tennessee Vols?
So I'm the mayor of the RV. That's right. Flippin',
She's the mayor of the
Flippin'
RV.
Adventures got it nailed down.
Yeah,
I am the mayor.
I haven't seen that memo yet, but I better
Check your
I better
email.
check my email.
Check your email, buddy. I'm gonna have to get a gavel and everything to ride around in the RV.
Incredible tiny homes in Newport, Tennessee. I'll have to look that up.
I don't know, Deborah. I heard now that someone took my position as mayor of Tubetown. So
Oh yeah, the Tube Town. Tube Town.
that's what I've heard. That someone
What you
took
doing,
my
Willis?
position.
What you doing, Willis? He's trying to encroach in on your game there.
So
We'll be seeing Willis this week too. We got some plans with Mr. Willis.
yeah, we got to see him. He's another good friend.
Yep.
So can't wait to see him as well.
Hello out there to Mark Feathers. He's out there fishing today.
Travis is the mayor of Tubetown.
Yep. That's what we heard.
So
What do you think? You think that's why we're back
what?
to contest the mayorship of Tubetown?
Maybe. There
Or-
might
or to
be
join him.
there might be a meeting about that. We'll
Yeah,
have to see.
We'll have to have a
I
meeting.
can't give all the details now,
All right.
but there's definitely going to be a meeting with the mayor
Can't
of
discuss town
Tubetown.
business. 'Cause
No.
Then that would be against the
I
rules.
can't.
Right?
I can't
That would
even
be
tell
against-
you.
That would be against the Sunshine Law.
I can't even tell you what's on the agenda of that meeting right now. Okay. Someone wants to know who will be voted mayor of Otter Creek.
He don't do emails.
So, and the vice, well, that I could be, Deborah. I'll have to check on that.
Well, you could be vice mayor.
It could be.
Then you can push him out.
Why would I want to push him out? Maybe I'll just cheer him on.
Yeah, maybe. If he ain't doing right though.
But at the Otter Creek meeting on Tuesday is when they should be voting for the mayor. So we should see who the new mayor of Otter Creek is at that
Yeah,
meeting.
that-
If everything goes the way it should.
I wonder if those
But
water
who
filters
knows?
ever got put back online because they keep walking out of the meeting. We don't get to the part of the meeting where he
Right.
talks about the filters.
Well, that's a good question
you know,
to ask.
before Russell and Don throw a hissy fit, they should ask, well, what about these filters? What are they doing? Are they up online yet? They probably are. It's been a while. But we don't know because the meetings never get to that point. It's at the end of the meeting, the old business. But maybe Tuesday.
We'll see. I think out of the choices that they have, I think Zim would be the best choice to be mayor.
Saving Harley up to 37 and a half. That's
Zim
good.
is an awesome gentleman with a big heart. So, and he's
Yeah.
very knowledgeable.
Hmm.
So I think he would make a great mayor. So,
He knows the water system really well. He knows the architecture of
He
the water
does.
system really well. That's the important thing is the architecture, the plumbing, the engineering behind it, the pumps, and the former Russell, when he was over there, he was restricting the pumps, causing them to fail. Even though he's a plumber, he doesn't know anything about plumbing. He's terrible at it. I saw the results of his work in the campground. I had heard about him, but even before I got here, don't let him do any of your work. So he has a bad reputation. He reinforced that bad reputation with the work he did in the plumbing yard over there.
Spit
It's
it
just-
out.
I know
Just
I can't
spit
think of
it
the words,
out.
but in the pump house. But I mean, his shoddy work and restrictive flow of plumbing that was inadequate caused those pumps to fail prematurely, and he absolutely knows that. But anyway, Zim knows a lot better. He knows architecture. He's a contractor. He's a general contractor, so he knows about those things. He understands permitting issues. He understands all of that stuff.
Are we going to be
What you
doing
got?
karaoke? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's in the next town. That's in Trenton, which is like 15, 20 minutes from here. But it could be. That's Thursday.
We'll see.
I don't know what plans we got.
I don't know yet. We got to map out this week.
We got a lot
We
going
come
on.
flying in
Here we came flying
late
in.
in Saturday
and now we're
and
just trying to land the plane and
hit the ground running.
regain our
And
focus. And then we got lists because she likes to make lists. I'm sure
lists
we
are
get-
important.
lists are everywhere
Okay.
right now.
No air guitar. Love y'all.
Love you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. We had a pretty good showing, 1,740 online right now. We appreciate y'all. We love all the super chats. Everything will go to funding our adventures, putting gas in the tank, and we still got some more Key West videos to get out to you. We'll sprinkle those in over the next, couple weeks.
Yeah, we absolutely appreciate your support. And yeah, we are looking to do upgrades. We do need to buy microphones.
Yep.
We have lots of little things on our list. So your support helps us to do those things, and we appreciate it so much.
And George helped Therese this afternoon set up for this live. We didn't get the laptop working for the camera view of the live, but we are watching the stream on the laptop.
We have a few more items to add to our list of what we need to make things better in the future.
They have a webcam over here. I put it in my Amazon list. It's already in my basket. They have a Snowball sound mic that is also in my basket. And I think there was one more thing. Oh, the mouse.
Thank you, Stats.
So we got all those things ready to go, so we'll have a better system.
Yep.
So
So
still
we're always
working on
looking to
things.
improve, and we can't wait to take you on more of our adventures as we go across the country into Alaska.
Some of the challenges have been getting the videos loaded because we've had really sketchy Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
places.
sometimes that's hard. That's why you gotta get everything together ahead of time.
And we don't have a
So-
mobile Wi-Fi yet because we're not going to be in one place. And I don't know how well any of that works through Canada, and I don't know that we're going to have really time while you're driving. So we're going to figure it out.
Yep. So I think that's about it for today.
That's it.
So it was really good seeing y'all and talking to y'all, and
We'll see him
we'll
again
see you
Tuesday.
again on
We'll
Tuesday.
see you on Tuesday.
When we'll be doing another live this week, which
Right
we don't
here.
normally do, but for the meetings and to be able to get that information to you guys quickly, we do that. So we'll be talking to y'all again on Tuesday.
And we might have another live for the Wakasasa meeting. We don't know yet.
No, we won't.
We're not doing a live on that one.
No.
Okay. Thanks, Michelle. For
Thank
the
you,
20.
Michelle. That is so sweet.
Appreciate you.
Oh, wow.
Right on the way out the door.
Y'all are so awesome.
Thank
You're
you
making me
guys. We
cry.
appreciate it.
Thank you for all the love. It's been great spending time with you, and just take care of each other and keep showing everybody the love, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.